Hello everyone. How are we doing? EJ, you are first. Mao, Zosco, Aaron, yes we did start early. K-Tech, good to see you here. Ink Blot, it is early for you, 10 a.m. Okay, we have some mod on Lucky Charm Violence. Vic, good to see you. Mochief, hi. Yeah, this might be my my Game Time t-shirt. We'll see. I don't know, I kind of like it. And I have two of them. There's a whole story behind why I have two of them, but I have two of them. So you didn't end up getting a lubed and filmed and clipped shirt. Well, so these shirts were gifts, so I didn't actually get any of them myself. Vic, 3-stream streak. That's awesome. You've been up since 7:30. You thought I was getting on earlier? My time is it's 1 p.m., my dude. It's always 1 p.m. At least on Saturdays, it's always been 1 p.m. On the weekdays, we play around with different things. 5-stream streak. Wow. That's great, man. Okay. So, let's do a little bit of housekeeping before we jump into the... Somehow cat hair ended up on my face. I realized actually recently that Fifi the cat is getting older, and she's having a little bit of trouble cleaning herself. Somehow, relax, I will explain. And so because she's having trouble cleaning herself, she's getting matted fur on her back because she can't reach it anymore. I think she's losing some flexibility or coordination. And so I've had to start combing her like a lot more frequently. And that's what I was doing before starting stream. And when I comb her, the hair just kind of shoots up into the air and goes everywhere. So, yeah. How many streams total so far? I think it's around 11, 12? Something like that? 12? It's been on average twice a week since early January, so it's been like roughly 12. Hey Mikey, it's early for you too. Thanks for joining. Have you considered pet wipes? I don't know what pet wipes are. I assume it is a wipe for a pet, but I don't actually know more than that. Is it like a wet wipe? Or is it like a way of bathing them? Someone actually told me... Oh no, that's actually... We were talking about this, I think, last stream. Someone said that you actually... I think it was Aaron, maybe, that said you have to get your cats used to it early. And if you don't get them used to it, it's like game over or something. I think it was Aaron. I don't remember. Pet wipes. Okay, what is this? Okay. Dog and cat grooming. Is this basically just a wet wipe, or is there something special about this? Cleans and hydrates. Cleans and deodorizes. Okay. I did not know this was a thing. Interesting. Okay, fine. I will save it up there, and maybe we will do pet wipes in the future. What I've been using is this thing. It's like this Furminator claw thing. It gets deep in the coat and it pulls out the matted hair or whatever, but she doesn't really like it, but she likes being up on the desk. So the way that I've been doing it is that whenever she jumps up on the desk, that's when I pull out my little comb claw thing and I try to get her. So we'll see. Okay, so housekeeping. For those that didn't see, there are 2 interesting builds coming to a nav stream near you in the next week. One is going to be the Obey 65, which was that kind of sweeping back angled 65%. There's a thread on the server about it. I'm actually pretty excited for that one. We're going to be getting 2 prototypes. Apparently one of them is a PC top prototype. It looks pretty cool. We'll be doing a stream on Wednesday at 6 p.m. And then... So, are we gonna get Nav to sing Baby Shark or what? I don't think anyone has the points yet, I hope, to play Baby Shark. We'll see. So it'll be 6 p.m. on Wednesday for the first build. The second build will be the same time slot next Saturday, so it'll be the Obey 65 at 1 p.m., so same time slot. We're also going to do the Hermes numpad on the same day. So we have 2 boards coming in a pretty short period of time. Although I don't know, do you call a numpad a board? Like, what do we call numpads? Is a numpad a board? Do we say, oh, I have a board coming? Or is it just a numpad? I feel like this is an important distinction. Is it a numpad or is it a board? Or is it a numpad and a board? Accessory numpad, I call it a numpad. Okay, so calling it a keyboard, yeah, so no one's saying we call it a board. Okay, fine. So it's, I think accessory might be, yeah, I guess it's an accessory. A 20%. Yeah, guys, I got a 20% coming. It'll be great. Imagine trying to function. Imagine if you, oh, okay, I'm not going to do this, but somebody should do this, where they take the numpad and they program it in VIA with like a function row to have all the normal keys, and they actually try to do a type test with function row on it all. That would be pretty cool. Gonna mark my calendar. I know Mikey is like far west coast, but Nav, you're in the same time zone. Oh, nice. Yes. Mikey's Vancouver, so he's like all the way. He's same time zone as Inkblot. So I think that was the only housekeeping. Today we have, oh yeah, stenographers do that. Isn't that what stenographers have? They basically have like a tiny little board, and then it's just like massive. No. It's more than that. It's layers, but it's also like there's like a shorthand to it, right? It's like it's not just a question of layers. It's also that like they have a shorthand for typing. I don't know exactly what the deal is, but okay. So was there anything else? And the challenge is to score 100 plus using the numpad on monkey type. Mochief, I can barely hit 100 plus normally. Like my all-time record is like 121, and if I'm typing Normally, I'm hitting 100. If I try hard, I hit like 120, if I'm lucky. But I've never once seen a stenographer keyboard. It's very interesting. Yeah, dude, it looks wild. It's like, it's kind of like, actually, let's look it up. It's kind of like a 40, isn't it? Hold on. Stenographer. I can't spell. Oh, that is wild. Huh? Crazy, huh? Okay, do not start a YouTube video, caca. Wild. Huh. Oh yeah, interesting. And then each of these have different... Oh, that's like ultimate ergo, right? So like they don't move their hands at all. The hands just stay in one position. Crazy. Huh. Cool. Mine is 90 at best as of now. Yeah, 90's comfy. Yeah, dude, K-Tech, they're fast. If you see videos of them, they're very... Stenographer, I barely know her. Kind of making me want to get a 40. Have you, K-Tech, have you typed on a 40? I've had two. My first one was an Epo Maker 40 that I sold almost immediately. My second one was the Wind Studio Hola, the 50%. So it's a 40 with a numpad on the side. And I owned that one for like 2 weeks and then I sold it too. I could never get used to them. The problem that I have with 40s is... and this is the part that perpetually I just can't get used to. Let me readjust this. Hold on. The part that I can never get used to is essentially having my backspace here and small. That's the part that really trips me up. Or the backspace is full size, but then the enter is small. There's like some variation of weirdness that happens here on the right, and that's the part that trips me up. The left side I'm fine with, this I'm fine with. Losing my numro I'm actually fine with. I can deal with that in layers. It's this part here that gets me on 40s. So, honestly, what I would love is a 40 that like doesn't change anything here. Okay, I would love a 40 that doesn't mess with anything here and just finds a way to like a 40 XT, maybe. Just chop off the numpad. I don't know. I really want a nice 40 that's more like a 50. Exactly. Me too. That's kind of what I want. So, never once. Getting used to the layers is a whole thing and a half. So, K-Tech, I don't know if you've moved into the 60s realm. 60s are what really got me used to layers, because once you get used to arrows on a layer, it like forces you to get comfortable with layers. It was 60s that essentially forced me. So, split backspace is really comfy once you get used to it. Aaron, so actually, funny story. So I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago, I was, Gion did an F2 drop, and I was having a really bad consumerism moment, and I was really tempted to get an F2. And I did a little bit of digging, and so this is not an F2 I bought, right? This is an F2 of a friend. So this is, I don't know if you guys know Miles. Miles is basically the only other employee at Keybay. And most of you know Keybay is a sponsor, but Chester's also, I would consider Chester a friend of mine. You guys know when Discord did the yearly wrap up, right? Where it gave you, hold on. Okay, I have to tell you. So, you know the end of your thing with Discord where it told you like your total who you typed with and everything, right? And it gave you your list of top people you typed with. So, I'm not joking. Number one on that list was Chester, okay? And over the course of last year, I exchanged, I'm not joking, 60,000 messages with Chester. 60,000. The next person down on that list wasn't even half the number. Like, wild. Like, and guys, like, here. Okay, so this is the funny part. So I reached out to Miles, or Miles reached out to me. I don't remember. Miles is the other employee at Keybay, and I started talking to Miles only a couple months ago in the beginning of the year, right? And I was telling Miles this. I was like, Miles, you know, like Chester was. Isn't that wild? Isn't that crazy? And Miles is like, what the hell are you talking about? Chester doesn't talk at all. So apparently Chester is like not a talkative person. He's apparently a very quiet person, but for some reason him and I just gab like school children. Just talk about keyboards constantly. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So anyways, this F2 is Miles's keyboard, right? So Miles is the other guy at Keybay, and he basically just sent it to me. He's just like, hey, you're thinking about it? Why don't I just send you mine and you can try it out and type on it? So this is the F2. I built it a couple days ago. I have thoughts. I don't know if we want to talk about it now. Maybe not. But, Aaron, to your point, this is a split backspace keyboard, and it's Win keyless. So this is like multiple things about a keyboard that I typically don't like. It has been an adjustment. Like, it has been a real adjustment. I can barely type on this. Like, I was trying to type on it, like keep it on my desk as much as possible, which is like why it's over there. I can't get used to it. I just, like this backspace, I miss it every single time. Every single time I miss it. I'm not used to my Win keys not being here. This is like, I'm not used to the HHKB arrows. It's just... So, for those that don't know, Aaron, can I tell people? Can I tell people, Mr. Aaron, about what's happening this afternoon? Thinking. Sure. Okay. So for those that don't know, Aaron is going to start streaming this afternoon in hour and a half, 2 hours, 2 hours, I think. Approximately 2 hours from now. Aaron, so for the record, Aaron, it's not his first time streaming. He started streaming last year, but he's been on a break for the last like 5, 6, 7, 8 months. And Aaron is going to pick up the torch again this afternoon in about 2 hours. And the reason I'm saying this, Aaron, is because I want the first item on the agenda for your stream to be your thoughts about the F2, because I'm very curious. You said you don't like it, and that was actually the main reason I didn't buy it on the Geon drop. One of the main reasons. The other is like, you know, it was an impulse and spur of the moment. But I'm curious what your thoughts are, and I want you to talk about it a bit, if you don't mind. Nice. So, what I've noticed about this, by the way, is that it's weird. It's actually weird. Like, I was talking to Miles about this, and he was saying that apparently it doesn't behave how you think it would behave. So, for example, long pole switches can sound too sharp, and he was saying that you want rail bottom out switches. Those are actually typically better on this board. And it's true, because I tried a whole bunch of different switches, and all the typical long pole clocky switches were like very, very, very sharp. What I ended up building this with, and the build that we have it in today, and actually let's do a type test so you guys can hear it, is what's it called? Key Geek Purple Dawn, which is interesting. This one is like this is a very interesting switch because it's an older switch. And I think it's a Unikeys switch, and I typically have only used it for foamy boards. It's a little bit of a deeper switch, but in this build, for whatever reason, it actually sounds not bad. It kind of actually sounds a little bit foamed already. So let's just do a fast test. I hope you guys can hear this okay. All right, cool. Nope, that's not it. Right, it's caps lock control. All right, let's try this out, okay? So this is F2, alu plate, with Unikeys Purple Dawn. bad, right? It's like, it's interesting, isn't it? So it's not, Mochi, it's not as loud as, like, I think maybe it's sounding louder than normal, but it's not quite that loud. Like, I've definitely heard louder. But it has a very interesting sound, right? So this is the F1 style mount. So if you open, it's like it has that little kind of Vuitton O-ring that goes on the bottom and the top. And then the plate is essentially kind of sandwiched in between these O-rings, between the top and bottom. It's like, it's very interesting, huh? It almost sounds like there's PE foam in it, but there isn't. Do you guys hear the... You know, so Mikey actually said this. Is there a lot of thud that you guys are getting from the mic? Like, I wonder if I should maybe, like, play around with the mic setting. Like, maybe bring it up a bit, or, like... I don't know. It's the table sounding. Interesting. Because I actually don't hear it. Maybe it's because I have the earphones on. I don't know. Yeah, so the mic is mounted with a monitor arm, like one of those mic arms to the table. So it's clamped down on the side of the table, but then it goes up and it goes over, and then it's also suspended. Here, you know what? I can show you. There you go. This is the mic, right? Okay, there you go. So it's on a little arm. Sorry if it's too loud. And it has the little suspension system on it, where the mic is kind of suspended between things. So I thought that would isolate it enough from the table, the shock mount. Yeah, I thought it would isolate it enough, but maybe not. You could try lowering the gain a bit to mask those sounds. The problem is I only have one mic, and I'm kind of moving it around, and it's not super easy to move around. No, need a separate surface. Yeah, and it has a shock mount, so I'm not sure what the deal is. I don't know. Maybe I'll chat with... It's not terrible. Okay, maybe I'll chat with Mikey after the stream and send him a picture of the way it's set up. Maybe he can give me some tips. I am lucky to know a few people that have done this for quite a bit longer than me. So we'll put this over here. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's move on to the build of today. So it works for now, but ideally you would not want to have it touching the desk. Low frequency vibrations will transfer even through shock mount. Okay. Okay, then maybe what I'll do is I'll add it to my list to get like a tripod, something that stands on the ground. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll get a tripod or something, a boom. Okay, so let's move on to the build for today. Okay. This is a Toro60. I got it from Mechland a couple weeks ago. Inkblot with the timeouts. What's with all this violence? Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but vengeance can be had. I'll leave you with that. Let's continue. Okay. So, I inspected just to make sure that everything was in here. What do you mean vengeance? Yeah, you got to explore, Vic. You got to poke around a little bit. Okay, what happened to my music? Okay, there we go. So, I opened to inspect, but I did not fully take everything apart. So we're kind of going through this for the first time together. I just peeped inside to make sure that everything was stable. So I did get an extra daughter board because apparently it's not a standardized daughter board. So that's what we have here. I also got an extra PCB because it is proprietary and I don't want to be shit out of luck with an exploded space keyboard. So we have two PCBs. Okay. This is the second one. Wonderful. And we have our plate. So this is just a standard alu plate. We'll take a look at it later, but it does look kind of interesting with the exploded space. I don't know how many of you know about the Toro60, but it is an exploded space top mount keyboard. Okay, and this one is a very, very interesting color. I'm a big fan of this color. I didn't think I would like it originally because typically I don't like coatings. I'm a much bigger fan of Anno. However, Mr. Meckland was telling me that apparently the coating on this is quite unique. Hector, thank you very much for the sub, my dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. And yes, Mochief, it is the yellow. And yes, Reload, it is the C-Wing keyless. So, this is it. It has a decent heft to it. It's not like too heavy. It's not super heavy, but it's also not light either. It's like very decent light. Let's open it up and take a look before we... Okay. Thank you very much, Hector. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But do not feel obliged. Do not feel like you have to. It is definitely not a requirement. We do not do this for money. I do it because it's fun and I like hanging out with you guys. So do not worry at all. Okay, guys. I don't know. I don't think it's coming across on camera. Let's talk keycaps first. I have an idea. I don't know if you guys are going to like it, but I have an idea. Guys, okay, here's the thing. In person, I'm looking at it on the screen. I don't know how much of this... Okay. It looks slightly brighter on the camera compared to what I see in person. In person, it's slightly more muted. Like, it's hard to explain. Let me see if I can get this to be color accurate. Yeah, that's a little better. It's like a creamy mustard yellow. Thank God I do not have Greg, because I feel like if I had Greg, I would be forced into it. So, yeah, that it's still slightly, like in person, it's a little bit more dull, but it's dull in a very nice way. It's like a very pale kind of pastel-y yellow. Very, very cute. And the coating actually feels quite nice. One of the reasons I don't like coatings is because I feel like coatings can often be done badly, or at least they're done in a way that's like not super smooth, and so I'm not typically a huge fan of it. But this one feels quite nice. It's like quite a smooth, like it still has a tiny bit of texture, like it does have a little bit more texture than Anno, but the color itself is quite unique. And yeah, I do think it's a Toro exclusive yellow. Like the Toro... There was a plus 84 in the Toro yellow that I think was the same type of yellow. Okay, now, Mochief, you brought up keycaps. We can debate this. But this is what I was thinking. I wonder... No? Come on, guys! Purple and yellow are good! What is... I do not... EJ, there is no Greg in this house. I would never spend money on Greg. Hold on. Hold on, you haters. You frickin' haters. Look at this. Come on. This would work. This would work so well. Okay, Hector is with me. Thank you. I do not have Serica. I actually don't think I have any yellow sets. Yeah, I straight up do not have yellow. I have, the closest I have is, I mean, look, I can go through it. If you guys are like super violently opposed, we can go through the, okay, you know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna link the spreadsheet and let's explore together. Hold on. Hold the phone. Share, copy link. All right, guys. That is the spreadsheet. It is the keycap and switch library spreadsheet. Take a look, take a browse. You will see what I have. You're able to filter. Keep in mind that there is a filter for in use. Should be up to date. Sometimes it's a little bit out of date, but it should be fine. And you can take a look, and we can come to some decisions together. In use. Let's just go to yes. Okay. So it's filtered for the nose. Hopefully this is working. Fremen could work. Fremen could work. The only concern that I have with Fremen is that Fremen might be a little too much. Like, it might be too much same. VOC could work. Violet on cream. Cherries is in use, Mikey, so unfortunately we can't use cherries. Donuts could be nice. DMK donuts could be quite nice. Konsu could work. Cap Retro Lights, it's a PBT set, but it could work too. What else? Komodo. Why is Komodo? Oh, Komodo's not in use. Komodo, I don't know if Komodo will work. Signet could work too. Great Barrier Reef, probably not. I'm really bummed out that you guys are not into Atomic Purple. I thought they were match made in heaven. Yeah, Aaron, we're talking keycaps right now. Mochief asked, and then I was very proud of my my Atomic Purple idea, which got shot down almost instantly. There is no beige available. Is there beige available? Actually, there is no beige available, unfortunately. The only beige set, I have two beige sets. I have two beige sets. SWG beige is currently in use, and what's the Geon beige KKB set? Oh yeah, this one. This is the other one. It's currently in use. They're both in use. The other problem, by the way, EJ, is that this set only comes with a 7U spacebar. There is no 6U, 6.25, and unfortunately we're locked 6.25 here. So beige is not an option. You see, Reload, I think Atomic Purple would go hard. I think it would go hard. It's just... No. This is... I mean, look, we've started a tradition fairly early on that we vote. I don't mind being a dictator. Sounds fun. But let's move into stabs. Let's move forward with the build, because the other thing, by the way, is that we have quite a few options for switches, and I'm actually not sure which one we want to go, so we might actually spend a little bit of more time. By the way, Mikey, I'm not sure if Classic Red will work. Hey, Keeb Dweeb, good afternoon. Thanks for joining in. We are doing a Toro60 build, and we are currently... Ooh, Keeb Dweeb, I will need your assistance. Okay? I originally had thought that the Toro Yellow would go hard with Atomic Purple, and I was instantly shot down. Like, I'm gonna scroll up. Hold on. Like, I showed this, and instantly, literally immediately, I had 1, 2, 3 people say no. Like, not even hesitation, just like 1, 2, 3 people immediately, no, nah, and then Vic just went ... I'm not with you. I don't know about the red, Mikey. Honestly, I don't know if red will work. We can see. Let me see the yellow key again. Okay, so let me turn this off. I have a little... So this is kind of like a mustardy pale yellow, all right? It's showing up slightly brighter on screen versus what it is in person. Don't listen to Vic. And then this is the purple, right? So I thought it would go pretty well, but we can try, because I think Fremen would work too, and I think that was Mochief's suggestion. I think Fremen would work. What else? We have a few options. Now, I have one other slightly unpopular, possibly, thing, and that's going to be our stab choice. So I have some stabs that have already been built. and they're novel keys stabs. Now, I've only used these on one other board, and it was the older NK87 Classic, the aluminum version. Now, that board was not a fantastic sounding board, please no. But these are the stabs that I have, and I want to use them. I want to get use out of these stabs. I refuse to let them be crap. Go wild with your stab choice. Mochief, I am going wild. I'm going with novel key. What do you mean the stems are bad, Aaron? What does that even mean, the stems are bad? I'm gonna need more information than that, my dude. What's wrong with the stems? I require information. I require descriptions. I have no qualms with any stabs. Me too, Mochief. I also do not have qualms. Issues with keycap fitment, but you do... Oh. Oh, so... Okay, hold on. So are you saying that some keycaps will be too loose, or that it damages keycaps? That I wasn't aware of. If it's too loose, we can figure it out. But if it causes damage, then I don't want to deal with that. Too loose, won't return, etc. Oh. Interesting. Okay, let's try it. Because I wanna use them. I wanna try to get them working. Because I wasn't too happy with them on the NK87, but I'm kind of hoping that maybe on a smaller board with like different switches, different keycaps. I don't know. We'll try it. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work, and then we tinker a bit. Night stabs and wuche stabs for clip-ins. Inkblot, on the wuches, do you mean the stupid stabs or the other ones? Okay. If it's too loose, just add some piece of tape. Wait a second. Did I have that problem already? Oh, honestly, I don't remember. Yeah, Mikey, if you want to run a poll, go for it, man. These are already pre-lubed, and so I'm hoping I don't actually have to do a lot with the 2Us, but these stabs were initially done quite a while ago. So, yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is leave the 2U alone, but I'm going to rebound. Wait a minute. I think I already... Oh my god, I think Aaron was right, guys. I think I'm remembering. So, if you look closely, what you'll see here is that these are the 2U stabs, right? These are the NK ones. I usually am. Do you guys notice a difference? So I haven't used these stabs in 6 months, right? These have been in a little baggie for 6 months, so I don't remember. So I think this is what happened, right? So I think I installed the NK stabs, and then I started to encounter some problems with the NK stabs, and then I think it was a spacebar problem, and then I thought to myself, oh, I wonder what the hell's going on. And so then I took out these ones, and I think these are Durox? I think they're Durox. And so I took out the Durox. Poll is live. Vote for keycaps. Don't forget. Thank you, Mikey. I'm definitely voting Atomic Purple. I don't know how Sync made it in. I don't even know if Sync would work, but... And we're tied. 4-way tie. Wonderful. Peppa, it is for the Toro60. It is a Seawin keyless. Exploded spacebar 60% that's currently on Mechland. It's a beautiful yellow. For whatever reason, it's showing up a little bit brighter on camera. But it's like a nice mustardy Toro yellow. Very, very nice. Okay. I'm having second thoughts about my stab plan. Whatever. Let's try it. Look, the worst thing that's going to happen is that I'll be wrong. And Aaron will be right. I also have to rebalance the wire because 6 months ago I was in a very, very different place in terms of my skill set in the hobby. 6 months ago? No, this was more than 6 months ago. No, this is a much more... I did these stabs... Actually, now that I think about it, I did these stabs close to a year ago. So I was actually in a very, very different place, which means we're going to have to retune them. I'm telling you, red will work. Mikey, I don't know if red will work. I am... Ooh. That's what I keep this here for. Okay. Just going to clean the lube off so that we can retune them. Elquan, thanks for joining, my man. Hello, sir. Okay. I want to do a prediction. How do I run a prediction? Who balances wires? I do it every single time. And not only am I balancing these wires, I am rebalancing them because because these are stabs that have already been assembled and lubed, right? I did these a year ago, so I also tuned these a year ago. I'm rebalancing them because I think my tuning skills have significantly improved. Also, how is the pole still tied? How is it still tied? Like, oh my god. I know for a fact there are more than 4 of you that are currently active in chat. What that means is that you guys are deliberately stonewalling for a 4-way tie, which is hilarious. This is funny. I don't think you can run the prediction till the poll is over. Okay, because the prediction I want to run is, are these stabs, like, is the spacebar stab good or does it need retweaking? I want to put it on the tweak board and I want to see how well it does. And Elquan, this is a mustard Toro yellow Toro60. It's very cute. Very cute. Fremen or we riot. Okay, I need a... So, I think I'm sick, by the way. My wife caught a cold, and I think I caught it too, but I don't quite know. Oh, okay. Man, I'm so sorry. Oh God. So I don't know how many, most of you probably don't, but let me tell you a quick story. So this is something that happened. Okay, so imagine, who won the poll, by the way? Ooh, Atomic Purple won. Yes. Nice. Love it. All right, so imagine this. You get a brand new F1, right? Geon works at... Ooh, I can predict? No, I can't predict. Damn it. Rigged. So you get a brand new F1 keyboard, okay? It arrives, you type on it once, and then someone else throws an F1 keyboard at your existing F1 keyboard, and it breaks. Now imagine instead of an F1 keyboard, it's a whole car. That's basically what happened to Keep Dweeb yesterday. Brand new car, and then someone basically crashes a car into it 2 days into having it, 3 days into having it. Insane. Like, that is like probably one of the worst things. Like, imagine you get a brand new, and not only that, it wasn't even for him, it was for his daughter. It was a gift for his daughter. So imagine that, you go out and buy a car, hoping to like go through this whole amaze, and then boom, T-boned. Insane. Like, that is just the wildest luck. And like the pictures that he shared were nuts, nuts, nuts. Also, side note, like the comparison of the damage to the Jeep, which was his car, versus some of the other cars that were hit was nuts. The Jeep like barely looks undamaged. 4-car accident, yeah. The other cars are like shredded. It's crazy. Crazy. Oh, the one thing... Shit, how do we... I don't want to... I forgot that when people do predictions, you win points. And I don't want you fuckers to win points. Because then someone's going to do Baby Shark. Alright, let's do it. This side is fine, by the way. Alright. I think these are gonna need a little redoing. So they're like barely good enough, but okay, so here's the thing, right? So if I do it on this side and I tap, it's actually fine. Here. Like you just hear the desk thud, but if I flip it over, you can hear it's like, now honestly this isn't bad. Yeah, so this side is fine. Baby shark, dude. Yeah, I think this needs a little bit of tuning. So, outcome prediction, oh, god damn it. Were the stabs good or bad? They were bad. Are you sure bad is the correct outcome? Once you choose the outcome, viewers who have chosen the correct outcome will be awarded 5,000 channel points. You will not be able to reverse. Congratulations, whoever just won 5,000 points. I hate my life. Who won, by the way? Someone won. Who won? Mikey won. Oh. Mikey is gonna do some shit. I can just smell it. Oh, interesting. Oh, because other people didn't predict. Oh, funny. Oh, is that how it works? It goes into a pool? Oh, interesting. I actually did not realize that. I thought it was like you were betting against the house, and like if you bet 5, you won 5, and that's all it was. Interesting. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm not doing that again. You know, I learned my lesson. Oh, it's a pool. I did not know that. All goes into a pool and then shared out depending on what you put in. I did not know that at all. Hey, did you have to sing Baby Shark? No. There is no... we are not going to do a karaoke reward. That is not going to happen here. I am not... If I had to give myself one nickname, it would be Captain Unfun. It would be the master of not fun. It would be the lack of fun, the absence of fun. Okay. Okay, we're good. Alright, Mikey, you can... No, Elquan, you're Captain Chaos. That's different, my dude. You are Captain Chaos. I still regret... Okay, for those that don't know... For those that don't know, guys, the stream last night with Mikey was the best stream I have ever seen in my life. There is no stream. Okay, if you haven't seen it, I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Leave this stream immediately. Go to Mikey's channel. Fast forward to the last 5 minutes of stream, the very, very end, and go rewatch it immediately. Immediately. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. You just have to trust me. You just have to trust me. It's the best thing I have ever seen on Twitch. Ever. Okay? Alright, we'll get back to keyboards. But in the meantime, just trust me. And then come back here and tell me what you saw. Oh, guys, I cannot... Oh, Mikey. So you don't know this, right? So, by the way, since my wife was sick last night, so last night when I was watching the stream, Mikey, I was in bed. I was in bed next to my wife, right? I was taking care of her, making sure she was okay, like... So I was in bed watching stream, right? We have a TV, it was on the TV. And so my wife is sick, she's blowing her nose, she's not feeling well, right? And then out of her fog, she goes, what's that singing? And then she looks, and she sees you, she says, isn't that your friend Mikey? I'm like, yes. That's my friend Mikey. So much joy, Mikey. So much joy from that one. Okay. We have arrived. Mom, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. You're the best mom I could ask for. Thank you. Mwah. I love you. Okay, let's get back to stabs. We need to talk, sir. You've increased the I love you mom point redemption. You said you wouldn't. How could you? I'm mad now. I, unfortunately, had to invoke one of the little talked about powers that are available to me, and that is the power of changing my mind. And I'll tell you what happened. I will tell you exactly what happened. I was on stream last night, and I saw Mikey do what he did, and I realized that that there are too many of you that are going to be going for the baby shark goal. And so I needed to put in place systems to deflate the currency so that baby shark doesn't happen. And so one of the systems that I put in place was increasing the points for I love you mom. I also added something else that I alluded to earlier, Vic. Yeah. So, I don't know, Mikey, I will allow baby shark. If someone redeems it, I'll play it. Oh, well, from now on, you no longer love your mom. I will be saving every point. You can't make barriers. Watch, I'm going to put juicy rewards in. There are going to be so many juicy distractions. Yes, Vic, the attack point redeem. Uh-huh. That's the one. I have a feeling... I mean, look, I could be wrong. Maybe this is a terrible idea, so we're going to experiment with it. You will never see... You will see power like never before. Can we make one for a permaban? Maybe. Maybe we can make $1 million redeem for a permaban. Imagine that. Where was I? Okay. Hold on. I lost my lube brush. Do we just stick with it? Yeah, let's just stick with it. We'll stick with it. We'll see what happens. Can we make one for just playing... For those points, I expected a baby shark sign-off, Mikey. No, Hector. He did not just play baby shark last night. No. There was much more than that happened. Elquan, I can attack someone. You see? It's great. Need new Jeep money. Yeah, that's... I really hope insurance deals with that, man. That's... Yeah, Aaron, you're mods, but you can't abuse power. So, like... Although, I guess you could. I don't know. Like, if you don't do it too much. I don't know. I mean, look, there's a limit. Yeah, what's the point of power if it can't be abused? You see, the thing is, there's an invisible limit, and, you know, if you abuse it, so for example, Inkblot timed Vic out in the beginning of the stream for 5 seconds, right? That was funny. But if he did it again, it would probably be funny. But if he did it again, it might still be funny. But if he did it again, maybe he's no longer a mod. Who knows? I want them to know it was me. It's public, Elquan. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Because if there's a... No, you know what though, Elquan? If there's a timeout, only I and the other mods see it. So someone has to call it out. But then you only have that mod's word to take for it. So it's kind of secret, and it's kind of like a bit of a mind game. Unless you redeem the points. Shoot, I did this wrong. God damn it. I am not... Okay, I really did this wrong. By the way, that power, I made it for Elquan and Mango. Those are the two people that I thought would use it. the most. Okay. Good enough. An hour in, stabs aren't done. Well, the stabs were already done. That's the funny part, okay? The stabs were pre-done. The only stab I actually needed to do was... Oh, god damn it, I did it wrong again. I'm used to my maze stabs where they go in from the other end. Yeah, because all the other stabs are already finished, right? They're already pre-lubed. They should be ready to go. There should be nothing to it. So, yeah. Well, I mean, I already did it, but before. Can we have a vote on if Nab will mess up the stabs more than once? Yeah, I already did it, yeah. Oh, I see I'm not the only one that pre-lube stabs for future builds. So, K-Tech, I actually don't pre-lube stabs. However, I have about 3 or 4 Ziplocs of pre-lube stabs from times that I've unbuilt boards and then sold them. Or times where I've lubed a whole set of stabs and then realized I didn't need all 5, I only needed 4 of them. So in the closet behind me, I have a whole bunch of stabs that are pre-lubed and like ready to go, but it's mostly just from older builds. Okay. So the rest of these, I think, are good enough. This one we'll have to re-grease. But I think the rest of these are good enough. Let's give them a shot. They're already broken in. Do stabs need to be broken in? I don't actually know if that's a thing. I wouldn't be surprised. Like if someone said, oh yeah, stabs need to be broken in. Well, I guess the lube, right? The lube settles sometimes. So I guess that's probably a good point. Guys, this is the build of all time. And guys, we're an hour in. The stabs were pre-lubed. The stabs were already done. There was nothing to do. I've never broken a stab either, by the way. This is oh, for God's sake. Honestly, thank God these stabs were pre-done, okay? Because otherwise I would have all kinds of problems. This is crazy. Okay, I guess now where did my lube go? That's literally never happened to me, huh? I wonder if the grease or the oil like degrades the plastic. I don't know. That's also never happened to me either. It's kind of weird. Where'd the stem go? There it is. Weird. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. Weird. I think NK stabs are on sale for like $5. Is this why? I think so. So they've been on sale for like a year, by the way. This one set that I got is from them being on sale from like a year ago, and I got them for like $5, $6, $7 or whatever they were on sale for. And I got them because they were cheap, and I thought, what the hell, how bad could it be? As it turns out, Aaron was right, and they could be that bad. 6, 7. I don't know what that means, Vic. Frickin' Aaron made it an emoji on the server. I don't even know what 6, 7 means. I think it was a topic of conversation a while ago. I don't remember when, but I really have no idea what 6, 7 means. Apparently it's a meme that the kids do. Hey, Villain. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining. Gen Alpha meme, where the meaning is there is no meaning. Okay. Alright. I'll go with it. Alright. So this is our PCB. It is a very good looking PCB. It is a cute PCB. Yeah, it's cute. Hey, Lander, thanks for joining, man. Build is going okay. We're an hour in. I didn't even do these stabs. They were stabs that I had done in a previous build. So we're an hour in and we just finished the stabs that were already built. So it's going well. Like, I'm having fun, but I wouldn't call this a very skilled build. You would think that I don't know what I'm doing. You might be right. Have you looked into KeyGeek PA switches? Thinking of picking them up, and Sunset Gleam V2, what do you think? So I do like so I would say the PAs are probably the most well-regarded KeyGeek clack switch currently. And I really like them. I have them currently installed in my this keyboard here. This is the Flow at the MM Studio. Wait, no, that's not a. No, that's nothing. So it's I just pointed at an empty shelf. It's up there. It's like it's above it. So they're currently installed. I like the PAs quite a lot. The only problem that I have with the PAs is that they still sound like KeyGeek clack, and it's good, but it like. You kind of have to like the sound of KeyGeek clack. Like, KeyGeek clack all has this, like, sound signature that makes them sound kind of... Like, I don't know how to put it. It's like, if I were to talk in a high-pitched voice, and I'm not gonna, but if I did, you'd still know it was me, even though I was kind of, like, artificially raising my voice. That's how I would define the KeyGeek clack generation. Do it. I'm not doing it. I'll make it a reward, though, and I'll make it cost, like, 10,000 points. Maybe I'll make it cost 9,000. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, we're doing it right now. I need more deflation. I'm really worried that one of you jerks is gonna make me play Baby Shark. How do I do this? Where do I go? I'm doing it right now because I really don't want to play Baby Shark on this frickin' stream. It is infected. It is everywhere. Everywhere I go now within our stupid little community, someone is playing Baby Shark. All right, how do I add rewards? Okay, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna need a minute. I'm gonna do this live. I need more deflation. Rewards. Points channel up. Okay, there we go. Add a new custom reward. Navid speaks like girl. Description. You heard me. Cost. 8,000 points. Require viewer to enter text. Yes. Limit redemptions per user per stream. Yes. 1. Create. There we go. Pleasure doing business with you. So back to the question about switches. The Gleams, Sunset Gleams V2, I really like them. They're very, very nice. They're a very clean, high-pitched clack. Like, they're both, I think, very, very well done switches. My only complaint about both of them is that I would say they're borderline too perfect. Like, they don't have a whole lot of character to them. So if you like switches that have character and imperfections to the noise, which I actually personally do, these don't lack them. These lack them. They're like a very clean clack. And I think they're both kind of top of their game, so to speak. So if you like KeyGeek clack, you're gonna love the PA, and if you like HMX clack, you're gonna like the Sunset Gleams V2. That's how I would think about it. They're both very good. They're both very different. I don't know, Navid. I can't imagine it. I think you may need to do it. Well, I mean, I'll do it. It'll just cost you 8,000. And you know. Hi, Loki. Hi, say hi. Come say hi. Come say hi. Come. Loki, up. Up. Who's your good boy? Hi. Who's your good boy? Loki, go to your bed. Come on. Oh. Any time limit on the... I mean, yeah. I don't know. We'll figure it out. No one can afford it right now anyways. We're fine. Reward idea. Navid rubs his head and belly at the same time while complimenting someone in chat. That would actually be pretty funny. Is Baby Shark still 10k? Yeah, so Mao, we discussed this a while ago. So this is, I think, for now, how I'm going to do it. Once I set the price, I'll leave it. But then once someone redeems it, I'll increase it. So Baby Shark, for sure. Gigi, that's my wife. Gigi Jumanji, that's my wife. My child Loki, yes. So for sure the price will inflate, and for sure for Girl Voice the price will inflate, and for Baby Shark the price will inflate. Yeah, for sure we're gonna experience inflation. That is gonna happen. Okay, back to the stabs. Stupid frickin' stabs. We're now an hour and 5 minutes in, and we're still not done with... Where was I? Oh, PCB. Mods, I want to donate my 5k points to anyone who has 5k or more points. Did I just... did I disable that? I really hope I disabled that. Cool. All right, let's do it. I have... Okay. Wait a second. Yeah, let's do this one by one. Okay. Oh, did I mess this up again? Yeah, I did mess this up, didn't I? Aaron, I wonder if I'm gonna regret not listening to you about these stabs. I really hope that this works out okay, but they're already not complying. Oh, are you serious? Oh my god, if after all this they don't fit, I'm gonna lose my mind. They fit. Okay. 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 Oh boy. Oh boy. I was about to... That was close. There was a moment where they did not want to... Oh god, I should have made it more expensive. Okay. On we go. There is for sure going to be inflation. Prices will go up. Okay. Holy. Wow. 5 subs gifted. Holy crap, dude. Thank you. I'm just curious. Was that because subs acquire points more? I wonder if there's like a plan, like a secret plan to like, oh god, I really should not have made the freaking girly voice thing. I don't know, honestly, I don't know why I did that. I actually don't know why I did that. Sometimes I do dumb things on impulse. I don't know why I did that. Thank you, Keep Doing. Thank you, my dude. Yeah, I did screw myself. Honestly, I don't know. In my mind, I have this narrative that, like, I'm a smart guy. And then I do things like this and I realize, maybe not. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. All right, guys. Don't get yourself another sub, my dude. Holy crap! Subbed at tier 3. I don't even know what is a tier 3 sub. Okay, can someone explain to me the difference between the tiers? What does that mean? I don't actually know what that means. But thank you, Keep Dude. Thank you, dude. Very, like, definitely not needed. But thank you. Oh, god damn it. 2 times point multiplier is... I knew there was a con. Oh my god. That's too funny. Okay. messed it up again. But dude, you have a Jeep to... Oh yeah, didn't you say you have a Jeep to pay for? I will pay for that shit. But let's go, Baby Shark, dude. I'm not reading it. Oh god. Freaking Baby Shark. I need Shark. I need to find a way to get back at Shark for starting all of this, honestly. Okay. What's left? Let's do it this way. I haven't actually tested this before, by the way, so I don't know. Like, I'm assuming that screw-ins will work on this because it's not O-ring, so hopefully everything is fine, but if it's not, I might be in a bit of trouble. We'll see. Okay. Alright, we are almost there. Now, on switches, actually, let's start the conversation on switches. I'm down to get revenge on Shark. Me too. Honestly, Shark has inflicted suffering on many of us. Like, God, imagine if this continues. Imagine if, like, 6 months, a year from now, like, Simon, Alex, Sterling, imagine if they all just have added... Imagine if it just spreads and it's just everywhere. God. Oh. Keep dweeb. So, I actually did not set a limit on Baby Shark. Because I didn't think... I didn't think... Yeah, I didn't set a limit on it. So... Hey, Nick Q, thanks for joining, man. How you doing? I should have set a limit on it, but I didn't. So the first time that somebody redeems it, or the first stream that someone redeems it, it'll actually have no limits placed on it, which means, in theory, it could be redeemed multiple times. However, I'll tell you this, once I update the rules, you cannot set limit or price. Mikey, the only limit that I've set is that once I set it, I'm not going to change the rules right then and there in that stream. But maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how abusive things get. I have a feeling, though, that changing the price of I Love You, Mom angered Keeb Dweeb enough that he has some mischief planned. That's my guess. I think this is the start of Keeb Dweeb's villain arc. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Alright. Ah, son of a... Okay, where did it go? Guys, I lost the little red washer thing, and I think it was my last one. You guys don't see it on the desk, do you? And the problem is the frickin' desk mat has red all over it. Where did the frickin' little washer go? Oh boy. Loki, do not get up. You're gonna... Okay. Oh boy. Oh, thank God, there it is. This is the stream of all time. It's okay, Loki, it's okay. Come. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Every time I do these streams, every single time, I think to myself, I'm skilled. I can do things. And then it turns out that the skill leaves me. And I cannot do things. Okay. Just realized there will be insurance money. That's so funny. Navid is right there. What do you mean? Mango's the one who started the abuse of this. Villain, I did not start this. This was definitely not me. It was... I think Shark. Shark is the one that started Baby Shark. But I don't know who propagated Baby Shark. That actually I don't know. Okay. Okay. I think... Alright, so we are an hour and 15 minutes in. And I have finally put in the stabs that were already assembled. So, that's good. Switches. Alright, I need... Let's put this here. Yo, Navid, I gotta ask, what is the 5 most iconic colorways in the hobby regarding color set? I need to decide on 5 color sets I'm gonna talk to Platty about later. So far I have Wob and Dolce, can't decide the other 3. Huh. I mean, beige. Like, beige is the no-brainer. I don't know if Skidata is, I don't know if that's... So, okay, I'll tell you. The problem is that I do not have a whole lot of history in the hobby. I've only been around on the enthusiast Discord side of the hobby since January of last year. So it's been 13, 14 months. And so I don't actually have the same... Like, I would bet, EJ, that you have more history than me. And so a lot of the more classic colorways that, like, people go nuts for, I'm not... Like, I'm okay with it, but I'm not, like, obsessed. Like, beige is a great example. I like beige. I'm not in love with beige. Like, it's nice. I like it, but... I'm not the kind of person that's going to have more than 2 beige sets. Like, I'm happy with 2 or 3 beige sets. I'm good. I don't need everything to be beige. So in terms of classic colorways, I mean, honestly, it's probably beige and variations of beige. This is Jindo, Nikyu. It's KKB Jindo. This is one of... I only have 2 beige sets, so this is one of them. It's Jindo on the Secret 65. And then the other one is SWG beige. Those are my 2 beige sets. No, I like it. I like beige, but, like, you know, I have whatever 80 keycap sets, 100. I don't know the number. 80, 100, 90, whatever the number is. And 2 of them are beige, right? So Aaron says black on white, white on black, Dolce, and beige. Yeah, I mean, technically yes. I don't know though if black on white. Like, that one actually does not see a whole lot of hype or usage in the community, so I don't know if I would put that up there. Like, I agree that it's, like, for sure one of the more popular ones, but I don't know if it gets hype. I don't know if I would call it, like, a... Although, what was the question? No. He asked about iconic colorways. I don't know if... Like, if you see Dolce, you know it's Dolce, right? Okay, I need more colors. It's going to be for a UI. What do you guys think about damage or dual shot? Like, kind of like that sort of grayish as one of them. Also, guys, I need to run a poll now because we're actually... I don't know if we're going to do poll. Alright guys, so I'm going to call out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of switches. The first 3 get it, because I don't want to do a whole poll right now. So HMX Puppy, Wuche Studio, HMX Black Arowana, B-Sun Olive, Her Heart switches, B-Sun Little Bear switches, and HMX Aperol. Puppy, Olive... Gateron. Was Gateron even a choice? It wasn't. Alright, we got Puppy, Olive, and then Olive. Alright, first 3 was 1 for Puppy, 2 for Olive. Okay, Olive. Let's try it. Okay. Nice. Now let's take this thing apart. Oh. Interesting. No, Mikey, no poll. I'm just, we're just gonna do it fast. I didn't notice this initially, but the screws are not hex. It's Phillips. Not, that always worries me a little bit, to be honest. I might actually switch them. I wonder if I have... I would do that, yeah. I want, because I do actually have, actually, let me look in here. Oh, that's weird. Because it comes with extra screws, and the extra screws it comes with are all hex. That's a bit weird. Are they all hex? Yeah. That's weird. The extra screws it comes with are hex. However, they are a different length from the Phillips screws. I'm very confused. I'm confused. I do not understand this. So there are 4 case screws, and the 4 case screws that it comes with are Phillips, and they are longer. But then in the little baggie, it comes with hex screws. One thing I'll say though is that the Phillips screws that it comes with are not actually in super tight, like they're very, very loose. Manufacturer classic. That's why you always send them screws to assemble and not let them give you screws. Interesting. Oh, you know what? Olivia. Olivia's, I would say, another classic colorway. Yeah, that sounds right. Ooh. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's put on our little feetsies. Yeah, EJ, I think Olivia's a good one as iconic. I'm not sure about Darling. Okay. Violet on Cream. I'm not sure if I would call Violet on Cream a classic or iconic. Like, I definitely think it's good, but I'm not sure if I would call it an iconic color. Don't know how laser would look in a UI theme. Might be hard on the... Yeah, I'm not sure about laser either. So, EJ, what's this project for? Like, what are you trying to build exactly? What's the actual product you're doing? Also, as a total side note, I wish that there were gray feet. I think this would have looked much better with gray feet. Yeah, the back weight is super cute. Hey, Gavat, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. I don't want to say it yet. Okay, well, I think depending on the project you're doing, because yeah, I think depending on the project, some of the classic keycap colorways might not work. Like, as an example, hold on. This is Dolce, right? And like, I don't know how this would work on a software UI, like a SaaS, like a website, or like I'm assuming you're building something, right? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think UI colors and keycap colors probably differ quite a bit. Trust me, I can make it work. Dolce would look great. Okay. I work in marketing, but I am not on the design side. I'm on the strategy side of things. So I'm definitely not an expert when it comes to design and aesthetics. I can review design and aesthetics. That's a part of my job. But I am not the actual designer themselves. So I can usually look at it and give critique and feedback on the design, but I'm not the person to actually make the design. So I think Dolce would look good, actually. It's soft on the eyes. I mean, I like it looking at it on a keycap set, you know what? I think it depends. I think it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking about a website or if we're talking about an application, I think it varies. Actually, Shark could know. Yeah, Shark is a UI designer. He could know. I think, by the way, I think EJ is UI too. I'm pretty sure EJ is a UI designer as well. I think. I actually don't remember. EJ might be a software developer. I don't know. Hello, I missed the question. What's up? Ah, okay. Shark. So the question is, when it comes to UI, there was a question asked in chat by EJ about iconic keycap colorways, because he's building some type of a UI. He's trying to decide on UI colors. And so one of the colorways that was brought up as an iconic colorway was Dolce. And the question is, how would this colorway work as the UI or embedded in the UI of an application? I'm actually not sure. I'm not sure if keycap colorways translate well into UI colors. Like, I'm not sure how well it would work. I think it would depend. I think for a website it could work. But for an actual application, I'm not sure. So then the question to you, Shark, is how do you think about colorways? Dolce is based off UI color, though. Yes, but we're talking about like old stuff, right? I'm not sure how valid that would be today. Switches. Okay, let's take out our plate. Probably fine. Depends how you translate it over, what colors you use for what. Use a soft gray background, white cards, foreground, blue-red buttons or action elements. Oh, okay, yeah, that could work. If it works on the website, it'll work in an app. Okay, interesting. Keebdweeb cheered 3 bits. What are these little points? Oh, hello, Simon people, for free. Yes. What is free? Welcome, Simonites, to say thank you, Naveed, for the data. Oh, guys, I'm not even joking. Like, okay, so I'm sure people know by now, but 1 p.m. on Saturday, that's my time. That's when I start. I swear to God, for 20 minutes before my stream, I was sitting in this chair and I was thinking to myself, do I delay stream? Like, I was so tempted to delay stream by an hour just so I could watch the survey review. Like, I was very tempted. Like, very, very tempted. I ended up not doing it because I wanted to stay consistent, and I think consistency is important. But I am 100% gonna go and watch the VOD later. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous about it, because I got quite a bit of criticism on the survey, which was justified. Like, for sure it could have been better. So part of me is nervous to go back and watch the VOD, because I know Simon has a background in marketing too, but for sure I'm gonna do it. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, oh no, Inkblot, I'm definitely going to go look at the VOD, for sure. You could do the live react to survey react. Live react. Oh, that's interesting. Actually didn't think about that. But I had a build planned. Like, Saturdays are my build a keyboard day. Today is the Toro60, by the way. It's a personal build. So, maybe I'll do, sorry about the noise. Maybe I'll do, maybe I'll do a review or react on another day. Sometimes I stream on Wednesdays, so we'll see. We got VODs, we cool. Yes, we do. Was interesting. You know what, though? One thing, and this was kind of what I was hoping for from the start, is like, what I was hoping for is that it's fun. Like, if it was fun, honestly, I'm happy. If it was a fun read and people are getting fun conversations and chats about it, it's interesting. I saw Shark also did a review of it yesterday. It was very, very interesting to hear the thoughts of the keycap designer on the survey. But yeah, it was fun. So I'm looking forward to going and looking at the VOD. I'm probably going to do that this evening, because I want to catch Aaron's stream, and I think Aaron is going live in 30 minutes, so if possible. Yo, where is Baby Shark? It's not showing to redeem. Keebdweeb, if you remember the rules... Oh, do you have the points now, you caca? The only day that you can't redeem Baby Shark is Saturday, because I upload the Saturday VODs to YouTube and I don't want to get copyright stricken. But you know what, Keep Dweeb? If you want to hold up until after the build is done, I'll turn it on at the end. Just because I feel like there's like a whole agenda that you've been working up to this stream, and I don't want to deny you that. For those that don't know, from the Simon folks that follow, there's a bit of a shit situation that's been happening on a few streams lately. There's a bit of a trend where folks have been adding Baby Shark as a redeem. It started with Shark, who's the keycap designer. If you go on his stream and you pay 5,000 points, he'll play Baby Shark, and it's just fucking torture, and it's awful, and I hate it. And then who else did it? And then like 2 or 3 streamers did it. I forget who did it, but like multiple other people are doing it now, and then I got peer pressured into doing it as well. So yeah, now there's Baby Shark that's gonna happen here. Mango did it, yeah. Freaking Mango. Hey, again, you cannot complain. I can complain. Why can I not complain? I can absolutely complain. Complaining is fun. What, Mikey, why would you? Because he had to sing it. He did have to sing it. Mikey. So I'm gonna refresh. So for those that don't know, just because a bunch of you joined in, okay, I'm not joking. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take a moment for a break. You just trust me. Give me a moment, okay? I need you guys to stop what you're doing. Go look at the VOD on Mikey's stream. Fast forward to the end of the VOD, the last 5 minutes. Something beautiful happened. Something... I'm just thinking about it now and it brings me so much joy. So much joy. Oh, you were there, Conan? Okay, Conan, come on, man. It was glorious. It was glorious. No, he can't remove the VOD. No, he can't. He cannot remove it. He jokes about removing the VOD, but he can't. Okay? That's against the rules. Unfortunately, that's against the rules. All right? Let me explain why. How do I put this? There is a trust. Okay? There is a trust between us. Between me and those of you that are watching me and hanging out with me and spending time with me right now. There is something, okay? And whatever that is, I don't know what you call it, I'm sure there's a name for it. Whatever that is, it exists between me and Mikey. When I'm on this side of the screen and Mikey's on that side, that same trust exists, okay? Whatever that is, it's there. So if he goes and deletes that VOD, he breaks it. Can't break it. Okay, you can prevent it from being recorded. That was an option, but we are now past that. We are now somewhere else. So unfortunately, it is out there and it is giving joy to many. And honestly, Mikey, for what it's worth, the amount of joy that you have given me already. It starts at 56.23, I think. You're welcome. Thank you, EJ. The joy, Mikey, that you have given to the hearts of many, I'm not even joking. It's worth it. But you know, you guys should go watch it because it's glorious. Mikey karaoke Patreon coming soon. Exactly. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys have built this board. But I heard an interesting report from Clippy. I don't know if he's here. I think he was maybe here in the beginning. Maybe he left. But apparently he was having some trouble with this board. And he did an initial build, and supposedly his build was not sounding too great. So we'll see. We'll see how this does. I have high hopes for it. I've never tried an exploded spacebar board. So I have high hopes for this build, especially for the spacebar sound. Where'd my music go? There we go. On the real, Mikey types, it's been a rough week and your stream actually made a big impact. Huge respect, seriously. So honestly, Mikey, dude, honestly, that stream was just so much fun for me. You have no idea. Like, I promise you, there was a fat group of people just sitting and watching and just having a blast with you. Lots and lots of fun. For those that don't know, Mikey is a good friend of mine. He is a YouTuber. He reviews keyboards and he streams every Friday. Do you have a regular time, Mikey, by the way, or is it just Friday night? I don't actually know if you have because I think it's Friday evenings, but I don't know if you have like a regular time that you go online or not. Friday every week, yeah, but like you don't have a specific time slot, right? Not sure. All right. By the way, guys, how's the music volume? I brought it up a bit since from the previous few weeks to like a bit of a higher volume, but like, can you actually hear it, or is it low? Always will be around 4 or 5 p.m. PST, so around 7, 8 p.m. for us East Coasters. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the volume is good. Awesome. Clips leaderboard. So it shows me in my little notification thing that Aaron is apparently the leader of the clip. He's the new top clipper. I don't even know what that means. Oh, I love this song. I love this song. Okay. He's the reason why you have many emotes of you. Emotes? What emotes? What emotes of me? What stickers? Oh, the stupid, this sticker? That one? Was that Aaron? Must have been Aaron. Clipper? I barely know her. Exactly. Yo, you know those stickers have made it to other servers, by the way? Freaking KeepDweeb uses it all the time. I don't know how it's made it. Someone did it, Mikey, on your server. I don't know who, I don't know who did it to your server. But someone did it. I think it was Mute. Was it Mute? Might have been Mute. So these are the Bsun olives, by the way. They are a Bsun tactile. Okay, Aaron, can I tell people about the thing that you told me about the thing? Can I tell people about that? Can I tell people about the stem? Sure, okay. So, this is a very, very interesting fact that I don't know if you guys know, okay? So, I'm sure that many of you know about cherry stubs and stub stems, okay? So, Squirrely Stub is an active member of the community. He's the one that manages, produces, is the creator, I guess, of stub stems. Okay, so stub stems are literally tactile stems that you can buy on Bowl and like maybe 1 or 2 other places, right? And they are used in the creation of cherry stubs, which is a modded tactile. So it's basically cherry housing with this tactile stem that you can buy, right? So very interesting fact. I did not know this at all, but the Bsun olives, of which these are, use the stub stem from the cherry stub. These are stub stems. So these are stock switches that you can buy that use the cherry stub stem. So if I take this out, so actually hold on, I'll show you. Okay. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Aaron is actually the person who mods the switches for Bowl, or he's one of the people. And these are some switches. These are some cherry stubs that Aaron sent me like a year ago. So Aaron, I still have them. I use them for space bars every now and then. So they're literally the same. Isn't that cool? Literally exactly the same. So this is a cherry stub, right? So it's cherry housing with stub stem, right? And this is a B-Sun Olive. I don't know, I find that so cool. Because these stubs, and I'm like, now that I have them side by side, I can feel it. Like, it feels exactly the same. The tactility of it. Like, the springs are different, but like, very, very cool. Very cool. Because like, so anyways, yeah, this is like a random little fact. I actually don't even know if most people will care about this. But for me, who's been using cherry stubs for almost a year now, however long it's been, I thought it was a very, very interesting fact. Okay. No, Canada. No, so the Canadian vendor for the stub stems used to be Whiplash, but I don't think Whiplash carries them anymore. Whiplash isn't even in Canada. Whiplash is a European store, based out of Spain or Portugal, I think. There was talk about Kibé getting them, but outside of knowing that he can get them, that is all I know. Okay, you know what? I'm going to message... Give me a second. I'm going to message Chester and see... Sorry. Okay. I just messaged him. If it's possible, hopefully we'll have them soon. We'll see. Because I don't know, Aaron, if there was like, if it was a willingness problem or something else. Not sure. Okay. All right, let's clean up a bit. Okay. We are in business, my dudes. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Interesting, because the JST connector points up, right? So if I hold it like this, the JST connector is that way, which I find slightly interesting. Yeah, I don't know either. I checked with Stubbs, and he said he would have to talk to Bull about it. The second he being Chester. And he said he would have to talk to Bull. Oh, okay. Interesting. Frickety frick. Why is this being temperamental? Okay. As is tradition, I have made another mistake. Who can tell me what the mistake is? All your hints are here. Upward facing JST is cool. It is. It is. But I made a mistake. Who can tell me what mistake I made? Zosco got it immediately. Yeah, exactly. I put the JST in, but it is a top mount board. Oh, freaking top mount board. Okay. Apparently, by the way, it also works with PCB snap, whatever the thing is, PCB snap or whatever. But I want to try it in top mount first to make sure that, I don't know, get a sense of how it actually sounds in the way that it was designed to be sounding, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Wunderbar. Where is my... Okay, we're in business. Key snap or PCB snap? You know what, Mikey? I always forget the difference between the two. So I don't even know which is which. I have both of them, so we can try both of them, but I don't actually know which one does which or which one is which. Oh, crap. I wanted to ask, how do people do plateless builds in top mount cases? Is that what PCB snap is for? So yes, So there's two ways, but essentially PCB snap or something similar to PCB snap would be the way to do it. PCB snap and key snap. Okay, so basically, there are these little kind of silicone gaskets, right? So I forget which is which. This is one of them, and this is the other one. The only difference is size. They basically do exactly the same thing. They're essentially silicone gaskety things that wedge in between the, like, if this is the, let's say this is the plate and this is the PCB, it's a little silicone thing that basically wedges in like this, and essentially provides a silicone thing for the PCB to rest on. So if you want to do a plateless build on a top mount board, you would use that or something like that. Sorry, the bigger package is PCB snap. Okay, so then that means that the smaller silicone thing is the PCB snap, and then key snap would be the bigger one. So that's one way to do it. Another way is with a kit. So with the F1, for example, I believe there is a plateless kit that you can use. There's a Nana on my server. If you ping Skiflex, whatever his name is, he's used the F1 F1 kit. Key snap is the smaller bag. Okay, so key snap would be the bigger one, right? So key snap is the big one, PCB snap is the small one. Wait a second, I think I messed this up a little bit. I think what I did, because the plate, by the way, I don't know if you guys can see, you probably can't, but the plate has these little tabs that go around the screws. It's not like an actual screw hole. And so I think the best way to do this is to put all the screws in first and then tighten them down. Okay. Yeah, that's the mistake I made. Sorry. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we're about close. And we're actually going to see how this thing sounds. One of the things I heard from Clippy apparently is that he got a ton of resonance out of this. By the way, this looks pretty clean, huh? I think it looks pretty good. I think though, hold on. I do want to get myself some key snaps, curious how they work. So I've tried the Mikey on the Crush 65, and on the Crush 65 it was actually like really solid. Like it turned the Crush 65 spacebar into like, I don't know how to explain it, but it made it wild, like wildly good. Very loud too. Personally, I don't care for either of them. Granted, I haven't used them in a board designed to use them. Okay, so I have the Sebas coming in. Actually, no, the Sebas was not designed for them either. The Sebas was originally designed for O-ring, right? The key snap and PCB snap stuff came out after that, I think. Now that I think about it, what boards were designed for them? As far as I know, the Plus 84 is the only one. Right? I actually don't know what boards were designed for them. It's like a $20 investment to add a whole new mounting style. Yeah, so no, it is fun. It is definitely fun to tinker with. And especially if you find a board that you really like, it is definitely a fun thing to play with. I prefer PCB snaps over key snaps. Plus 84 was designed for them, exactly, yeah. Yeah, PCB snap is just an alternative for O-ring, yeah. Okay, yeah, so the only one that was actually designed for them from the ground up was the PCB. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so the top mount screw and the case screw uses different sizing of hex. Yeah, that's a little annoying. And they're not magnetic. That is also annoying. Okay. I'm sure there was another board. I thought there was maybe one other board that was designed for it. But maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, we're in business. PCB snaps are great if you like O-ring mount but want to use a hot swap board and your O-rings are causing your switches to come out of the PCB. Okay. Interesting. There was another board. By the way, I don't know if you guys have tried this. I actually tried the PCB snap on the F1. I was not a fan. It actually turned it like added a whole ton of ping. But you can actually do it. It's a bit tough to get it to work because of the clearance around the... Yeah, the clearance. I think it was the clearance, but I think the problem was the clearance around the F1 is actually like the tolerances are quite tight. But I tried PCB snaps on the F1. It worked. God damn it. But it just didn't sound great. So, Skithlex, however you say his freaking name, was telling me that apparently it's a bit of a luck of the draw because sometimes PCB snap works really well on the F1 and apparently sometimes it turns out pingy. F1 is already good, doesn't need it. You see, the problem is that I know the F1 is like a fan favorite for a lot of people, but I have not been like, I mean, I don't dislike it, but it's not super for me. I've had a lot of trouble tinkering with that board, getting it to sound how I want, and so I was actually looking forward to trying a different mounting style on that board. It's actually similar to the F2, I think. The F2 has been a bit of a difficult board to get right, I think. F1 is fantastic. Just, you see, that's the thing. Sometimes I feel crazy, huh? Because the F1, for me, was actually a bit of a problematic board. I had a little trouble getting it to sound how I wanted. Okay, we're about done. Now the only question is going to be if we're going to have to tune the sound on this a bit, and I hope not. I hope this is A+. Nav kept telling me I should get a different board. Did I say that, Mikey? Did I say you should get a different board, or was I just saying that maybe think? I don't know. I don't dislike it. Like it's a good board. It's just for me personally, in my sound taste, it has not been the way. You know what? Here's my thing. I think F1 in the community is talked about like it's perfect and it's a grail board and it can do no wrong and is the standard. Like I feel like the community talks about the F1 in that way, right? With like that much of esteem. And for me, it's just not that kind of a thing. Like I think it's fine and it sounds good and it's a good bass line and all those things. But for me in particular, actually, you know what? Maybe what I'll do before stream is I'll pull out my F1 and I'll do a quick sound test so you guys can hear my config for it. Because my config, my F1, is being run with bump on mod and is being run with no internal weight. See? So I'm curious what you guys will think of it because it is the way. Oh, and it's also with a carbon fiber plate. So the way I have my F1 set up is actually a quite more loud and resonant build for an F1. So I'm actually curious if you guys will like it. Now, while we're here, we did a vote earlier on the keycap set, and we're going to go with Atomic Purple. Yeah, the Mech Lubin PCB EJ is very, very good. Do we use accents? Do we use the colored accents on this, or do we go straight purple? I'm not sure. I have a Hor H80 hot swap PCB in mine and have zero issues. Conan, only purple. All right, sir. Let's give it a shot. Is there a regular escape or is it only the icon? Nope. Can I get that PCB? Which PCB, Mikey? The Hor? Actually, never heard of that. I think this is going to be interesting. I almost made another mistake. Too many mistakes this stream. Force break. I did not force break it. So that's what Clippy was saying. Clippy was saying that he thought it needed a force break. I typically like my boards to be a little bit resonant. So if it's resonant, I don't mind. If it's overly pingy though, that does bother me a bit. So we'll see. We'll see how this turns out. But from what I heard, maybe it's okay. That is, yeah, that's a little bit pingy. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep putting the keycaps on. I want to do one proper type test as is without a force break. And then, assuming that the whole thing is, it does sound a little bit hollow, but I actually don't mind a little bit of resonance. So, but what I was hearing up here was not just Let's build it out. Let's see it through. Let's get an initial sound test in and see how it does out of the box. And if we need to go back and do a force break, we'll do a fast force break. Okay. I'm not gonna lie though, this Atomic Purple, I'm not the biggest fan of PBT Fan's sound, but I do like this set. We might have to force break this. Not bad. In person though, this set is working out very, very, very well. Ooh. Solder some lubed film swing shot MX blacks. Keep him Omax 1 for trying other switches. Yeah. You can run the solder with the half plate if you want to try plateless on the alphas. I was actually hearing from Sithlex on the server on the Discord that he was trying the Spider TKL with a half plate, and apparently it was very, very good. I'm personally not a huge fan of the plateless sound, but he was saying that apparently it's best of both worlds. I love the Atomic Purple set, but I couldn't like the sound from it on any board. Yeah, so this is my second PBT Fans set, my second PBT Fans ABS set. My first one was the Mars Jr. set, the Retro Dark Lights. That was my first one, and I love how that set looks, but I was just never happy with the sound of it on any board. There was, I don't know what it is with PBT Fans ABS, but something about it, it just never quite sat right with me. And I would install it on a board, and I would love how it looks, but then I would never keep it on a board. I would end up swapping it out. So, I don't know why it is this way, but it do be this way. I'm sure someone knows why. I'm sure someone has a reason. I just, I don't know what it is. Shoot. I made a mistake. What I wanted to do was not put in the top mount screw areas. Stub switches plus PBT. These are the B-Sun olives, so they're the stub stems. But I don't know if you mean something else, my dude. Okay. Where is my... Okay. Problem is, I don't actually know what function is. What's the function icon? I actually have no idea. But the PBT fans are, I think that's exactly what he meant. Yeah, these are ABS PBT fans. Let's use the little controller. No. Okay, we'll use this one. Okay. We are balling. Alright. I meant that maybe you need something very bright like stub stems to counteract the dulling of PBT. The problem though is that it's not the PBT. So PBT Fans also does ABS sets. The Atomic Purple, this set is one of their ABS sets. And it's the second one I have. There's something about PBT Fans ABS that just doesn't sound too great. Like, we can do a side... Okay, what the hell? Why are you not complying? Comply. Oh, that's why. Better. Okay. All right. Where do we put this? Okay. I thought the set sounds the way it does because it's double layered. Maybe actually, because it's not technically double shot, is it? Yeah, I don't think this is not double shot. Like, there are 2 shots, but I don't think the legends are double shot. I don't know how much that matters, but like you can clearly see, right, that there's like white underneath. So I don't actually know why. All right. Okay. All right. Let's do a fast type test as is. All right. You know what? Just for consistency, we're gonna put everything in. All right. So this is our build. Okay. I think it looks great. This is PBT PBT Fans Atomic Purple. Oh, son of a bitch. The ad break starts and... Can I snooze it? I can snooze it. Hold on. Snooze. Nice. Yeah. It's double shot Zosco, like in the sense that there are 2 layers to it. But I don't think the letters, like, because like, hold on, you can kind of... You see here? I don't know if you can make it out. Yeah, you can see, right? You see how there's like that little black, like you can kind of make it out where the legends kind of go over these little whatever things, right? So I think the legends are not double shot. I'm not sure. Are you saying the legends themselves? Because like you can make it out, right? There's like a hole here in the keycap. Like, for sure it's double shot, right? Like, if we pull it out, we'll see that it's white underneath and purple on top, but I don't know if the legends are double shot. I have no idea. Maybe you're right. I have no idea. Okay, let's do a quick sound test as is. Legends or print. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's do a quick sound test as is without a force break, and then if we need to, we'll do one. Okay. Okay, the spacebar doesn't work. That will be problematic. I love the look too, Nana. Let's just see if there's a... Okay, we're gonna hope that this is a problem with the switch and not a problem with my space. I think you're wrong. That's just PBT Fans double shot. Yeah, I might be wrong. I am. I'm not super... I could very easily be wrong. Uh-oh. We have a problem. We have a bit of a problem. Spacebar is not working. Yeah, there is a possibility that the hot swap socket is popped. If we are lucky, it is a popped hot swap socket, because I can repair that. If we are unlucky, it might be actually no. If we're lucky, it's fixable. If we're unlucky, it is not fixable. That's basically where we're at. Okay. What are we fixing? So Zeno, the spacebar switch is not working, and I thought it might be a switch problem, and so I pulled the switch out, replaced it with another switch, and that didn't work. The other possibility is that there's something wrong on the back. But if it is neither of those things, I might have to pull out a solder iron and do a repair job. So, okay. I'm missing a screw. Oh, god damn it. I lost a screw. Guys, things are... Our stream is not going well. Rip screw. Could it be a bridge thing? I don't know. Uh-oh. Okay, so... It looks fine to me. Alright, so now I have two problems. Problem number one is I lost a screw. And problem... Oh no, there it is. Never mind. So I would try to reassure those of you that came in from the Simon stream. I was thinking, oh, maybe I should reassure you and say, oh, don't worry, guys, I know what I'm doing. This is just a fluke. It's not a fluke. I always run into problems. I have never had a stream that was totally problem-free. I've always, every single time, run into problems. And so, yeah, that is what we have inherited. There we go. Okay, found the screws. Screws are fine. Let's get back to figuring out what the hell is up with this board. If you don't build a board with a mistake, you're not building it right. Mwah! Thank you. Anyone who gets the board right first try is hacking. I like that take. Beaver Keys, thanks for joining, dude. Try bridging the contact directly on the socket. Good point. Good point. What I was actually going to do was just pull out the soldering iron and just reflow the solder. But you're right, it's probably better to do some more thorough testing. So, that is a good idea. Okay. Alright. Oh, well that's cute. Now I need... Where did it go? Where did my tweezer go? I had it, and then I lost it. Okay. I'm starting to think you're scripting these little mishaps. My dear wife, I wish I was that clever. It has LEDs. So Vic, this is, I think this is for the PC model, because there's a, yeah, Zaina's right. So there's a PC version. Gigi, don't expose a secret. Okay. Let me, I was about to load up VIA so I could do key tester, and then I realized that my keyboard is not working, and it's currently... I have a wireless board. This is just... Okay, this is what it is. Okay. Oh. Okay. Let's do this. Yes, Aaron, it is my first time. Alright, VIA. Key tester. Okay, that's working. Peter, thank you very much. You just saved me a whole bunch of pain. A whole bunch of pain. Guys, do you think that one day Navid is actually going to get mad at me? Why would I get mad at you? What would I get mad for? You guys hear that, right? Hold on. Yeah, you hear it. Okay, so it's working. That's great. That means it's a socket problem. That means it's a socket problem, yeah. Well, no, so Zosko, I tried 2 different switches. So I don't think it is a switch problem. What I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to look through to see if the teeth inside the socket are loose, but they look fine. Okay, a possibility is, Navid, that the pin is not long enough. You mean the switch pin? Maybe. I'm wondering, try yanking on... Okay, yeah, so that's a good point. So maybe what I'll do is slightly bend the pins back a little bit. Just slightly, just to kind of make sure that they can make contact. And then we'll try this again. I had the same problem with my Wilba PCB, extending the pins just a little. Wait, is that a fly daughter board with the JS? So supposedly this is a proprietary. At least that's what Mechland told me, NICU, is that it's a proprietary daughter board. It does look like a fly daughter board, but okay, let's put this switch in. Okay, let's try this again and see if we are back in business or not. Meme God designed this as well, using this for Lumen TKL because Molex sucks. Interesting. Yeah, I'm wanting to get one of Meme's boards, but when it ran the first time around. Okay, let's try this. No, you see, it's not working. I wonder what the hell's going on. I wonder. Okay, hold on. Let's try a different switch. I think what I might have to do, throw a cherry stub. Okay, let's try another switch entirely. Where did I put them? Oh, here they are. Do you have a kale or cherry? Yeah, so this is cherry. So we'll try a cherry switch out. No. Nothing. I wonder what the heck. So I don't know if you guys can make it out. Hold on. So you see here how the pinhole to the right, you can kind of make out the red light here. Yeah, so Peter, that's actually what I'm wondering. Because you can see here on the left. So actually, if you look here, right? Actually, I'm almost certain, yeah, Zosko, I think you're right. I think the one on the right here, you can kind of see there's a little bit more light coming out of it compared to the switches up here. I think it's possible that one of the pins inside is too big. So I think, Peter, you're right. So Aaron, I actually do have hot swap sockets lying around, but what I want to try first, because I've had this happen to me before, is literally what Zosko just suggested. And I want to try to bend the pins back from the other actually, is it the other side? Yeah, it is. It is. It is. It is. It is. Okay. So it's this one. So it's here. Let's see if we can do this. Okay. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Glasses off. Honestly though, I'm looking at it and it kind of looks like both sides might be... Sorry guys, give me a second. I'm going to try to Okay. Worst case scenario, I'll just solder a new socket in place. I do have spares, Aaron. Okay. Unplug and get tweezed. Yeah, okay. Give it a little pinch. A little pincheroni. Okay. Are we in business? Okay. All right. This is why build streams are great, because they don't mention this stuff in build guides. They do not. The first time I ran into this problem, I remember running into a server. I think it was Alex's server, I don't remember. And someone came in and gave me this thing about the socket teeth or whatever, and it turned out to work perfectly. All right, let's see. That did not work. All right, guys. I have two options. Option one is I bust out the spare PCB. But that would involve taking this whole thing apart. And I kind of don't want to do that. And yes, Zaina, these are B-Sun olives. Option two is we just repair it. We just pull out the bad socket. Because I think it's, I don't know how it could be the hot swap socket, but I think it's the hot swap socket. I think we just got a faulty socket. So option two is I just pull out some solder gear and we just like rip out the old one, put in the new one. Had to step away what broke. So nothing broke. I think, unfortunately, the space bar, the actual hot swap socket in the back, I think is faulty. Because when we do the tweezer test, right, meaning we put tweezers on the metal pads on both of them, it works. I'm down for an educational repair stream. I'd love to see you replace the socket. Okay, let's do that. All right, guys, let's take a, give me a minute. I'm going to go to the bathroom very quickly. I'm going to grab my solder gear and let's do a hot swap socket repair. So give me 1 minute. I will be right back and we'll pull the equipment out. Okay, so I'm pulling out an extension cord because I have quite a bit of equipment, high power equipment in the office, and I get a little bit worried about running the solder, like high wattage equipment, on the existing power lines. So, okay, so let's do this. Gonna need to clear up a bit of space. And let's do this. Okay. Where do I put this? Put it here. Okay. Alright, this will be fun. It is my first time soldering on stream. And so I might be a little bit less attentive than normal, just because I don't want to mess anything up. Just secured the keycaps for my next build. What is the next build? The whole room is likely on the same breaker switch, so no harm, no foul. So K-Tech, I actually tested. Okay, so I have a server. Okay, so I have my home computer in here. I have a server in the closet, and I've actually tested the circuits because I'm in the basement. The wiring that was done down here was like really weird, like actually legit wonky weird. And so half of this room is on one circuit, the other half of this room is on another circuit, right? So the room is literally split in two, and then the hallway is on another circuit. And so I have my server on one breaker, I have my home computer on another breaker, and then I have the solder connection on yet another breaker. Now actually, since we're only doing one switch, do I need to bother? Maybe, okay, fine. We'll do this regardless. I hate when this desk is this messy. I do not like it. But it is what it is. Okay, sorry about the shake. Okay, so where am I doing? Okay, so for those that don't know, essentially the task is fairly simple. We're just going to pull the old socket off, and then we're going to put a new socket on. This here is the sockets. I got it off Amazon. They are Kale hot swap sockets, and they come in these little weird film container things. So it literally comes out like this, right? You can see I've already used one for another repair. So we're just going to take out a socket. Fifi, this is not the time for you, my dear. Fifi. You all right there, Fifi? I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to need to take a minute. And unfortunately, you're going to have to take this minute with me. And we're going to have to give Fifi a little bit... No. Okay. We're going to have to give Fifi some love. So unfortunately, guys, this is a Fifi break. Okay? Because if I don't give Fifi love, she is going to jump up on this desk repeatedly for the next 20 minutes until she finds a spot right there next to the solder iron. So we're gonna have to give Fifi a little bit of love. All right, so while we're taking this little Fifi break, if you guys have any questions, now would be the time, because in a moment we're gonna lock in. Actually, I have a question for you. Do you guys think I need to bother with taking the PCB out of the top case, or do you think I can just do it like this? I'm kind of leaning towards just doing it like this, because it's a fairly simple fix. NICU says take it out. Kenny says just do it like that. K-Tech says take it out. Nana says take it out. Okay, we take it out. Hi, Fifi. Hi. I've repaired many a board in its case. So Kenny, I am not the, how do I put this? Like I've definitely done this repair before, but I'm not an expert. Like I'm definitely not an expert on soldering and like, you know, I've mil-maxed a few boards, I've soldered a few boards, I've done this repair on a few boards, but I haven't done it like 50 times. So definitely not an expert. I don't think it'll matter, just don't hit the case. Yeah, I guess it's just more a question of how much interference it could possibly cause. There's always a first, yeah. This is an educational stream. We don't want to set a bad precedent. That's fair. Solder the PCB to the case for a stiffer typing feel. I think, Rufus, you forgot adding the ribs in the case. I do a lot of dumb shit with keyboards, so sometimes you gotta set yourselves up for success, yeah. Honestly, guys, I think Rufus is the one that's figured out how to eat. So this cat, by the way, her name is Fifi. She does not like being held by anyone except me. And so if my wife will hold her, after 10 seconds, she's like, all right, screw this, I gotta go. But when it's me, you see, she's chill. Like she's purring up a storm. I don't know, hold on, I don't know if you guys can hear this. Can you hear it? I can barely hear it. Can you hear it? Yeah, you can hear it. Isn't that great? She trusts you. You are her people. No, like, she's my mother. In her mind, she's mother. Like, if you solder the keyboard to the table, you wouldn't have to switch keyboards, therefore limiting your need to buy more boards and saving money. Ah, my keyboard is wood. I can't do that. The desk is wood, I meant, not the keyboard. You know what I mean. Be honest, sometimes you hold her around your wife just to rub it in. I do. I swear I do. Sometimes I'll just pick her up. I swear to God. So what I'll do sometimes is that she'll call me and she'll be like, Naveed, can you come here for a minute? And the cat's next to me, and I will pick up the cat and I will walk into the other room with the cat in my arms like this, and a little bit it's to rub it in. Oh my God. You blink twice if you need help. Okay, Fifi, is that enough for you? Okay, Fifi, come on. We gotta fix this board. We gotta get it working. We have places to go, people to see. Okay. Okay. Oh, she gets back at me in many other ways, NICU. Don't you worry. There is one boss in this house, and it's not the one on stream right now. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's get back to it. So, first it is desoldering. So what we're going to do first, I have my solder here. Okay. So the first thing we want to do is simply desolder. That should be a fairly simple exercise. This is a Pinnacle soldering iron. It's my first soldering iron, and it actually works just great. And so all we want to do first is just remove the existing socket. Yes, Conan, the green part is rubber. Also, I'm an idiot, and there's a reason the socket's not coming out. You see, this is why I don't solder on stream. Why am I an idiot? That's why. I'm gonna need some better tongs. Okay. Okay, I think I got one side. Alright, so basically what I'm trying to do right now, there we go. Got it. Okay, so for those that don't know, step one was fairly simple, but I would actually argue step one is the hardest part. So essentially the hot swap socket itself, I don't know if you can make it out, but there's the little metal tabs on each side. So the metal on the left, the metal on the right, it goes on the PCB, and then you'll see here there is the actual pad itself. So there's that little pad right there. Right? So that little pad, it's basically soldered onto that. And so essentially what I'm trying to do, for those that don't know, is I'm heating up the pad and the socket just enough to loosen the solder and lift the socket off the solder. And so essentially, I wasn't pulling very hard because once the solder comes loose, the socket comes off almost instantly. And so this wasn't working because it wasn't able to get enough of a grip. And so I just took out the pliers or whatever, and I was very gently gripping on the socket, and just essentially, as it was heating up, just getting it to lift slightly. And so the second I got one side off, then I moved to the other side and the whole thing came off. So it was pretty simple. This part, I would argue, is actually the easier part if you know how to solder. If you know how to solder, soldering on the replacement socket is, I would say, the easiest part. Because it just fits in place, you got new solder and it goes there. And you don't actually have to hold the solder to it for very long, whereas for whatever reason, removing it always makes me a little bit more nervous. Okay. Now we have our replacement socket, right? So it literally just sits in place in the exact same position, right? It just sits right on top, and then I'm just going to solder it back in place. I think this is actually probably the easiest repair, one of the easiest repairs that you can make on a faulty PCB, like when this is the problem, obviously. I had another PCB come in once where the solder on the diode, for whatever reason, had not properly connected. And so what I needed to do was essentially reflow the solder on the diode. So if you can kind of make it out, the diode is this part right here. It's like that little, oh shit, damn it. It's like essentially this little kind of electronic component that's right next to the hot swap socket. So like that right there is the diode. And for whatever reason, I got a PCB once where the solder on the diode was not properly in place. and so I had to reflow the solder. That one was a much faster fix, but it made me a lot more nervous because it's such a tiny amount of solder, and you can kind of mess it up. And so okay. Okie dokie. We're in business. Okay, 1 second, and then we will be done. Thank you, NICU. 1 second. I'm a liar. You're right. You can always trust the German precision to call you out if you are not right on the money. Okay. That was a lie again. Actually, I'm going to do the other side. It's causing me a little bit of problems. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it the other way around. You don't know Deutschbahn. 10-minute train delay is still on time. No way. Wow. So essentially what I'm doing right now, and I hope you guys can hear me over the fan, is I'm just reflowing the solder that's already on the pad. I'm trying to get it to stick into place with the little solder that's already there. So that then I can come back once it's in place, because it was kind of shifting around a tiny bit. Okay, perfect. So essentially what I've done is just reflow the solder on the pad. So hi Hector. So basically, we had a problem with the PCB. The spacebar wasn't working. We narrowed it down to the hot swap socket, and now we're doing a hot swap socket repair. And so I just reflowed the solder on the pad, and now I'm going to heat it up again and just put a little bit more solder just to make sure. Okay, that's one side done, and then I'm going to, so do I need a fan? Can I just do it without? So Mikey, if you're doing it indoors and it's not ventilated, meaning you can't open a window and put a fan on the window, blah blah, then yes, you need a fan. It's good to have one. Oh, did I mess it up again? I did mess it up, damn it. It lifted off the pad a little bit. Okay. I have one of those standing fans I can use. I don't think that'll work, Mikey. So this is a carbon filter. It's a filtered fan. So it takes the fumes and it filters it through. Can you remove the hot swap socket and make it regular solder? No. A hot swap PCB, essentially, how do I put this? The hot swap socket, the metal on either side of the socket solders onto these pads, these like metal pads on the PCB. A solder PCB doesn't have those pads. So the structure of the PCB is totally different. Okay, I think I got it. So basically, I don't know if you can tell, but essentially, I think I used maybe a little bit too much, but like, you can kind of see here, right? You see how there's a little bit of solder on the pad right there holding the socket in. It's more solder than the rest of the sockets, but like whatever, it's fine. And you can kind of see here as well, right there. So you basically soldered it in place. More is better than not enough in this case. I hope so. So that's it. See how we do. If you're using the fan to blow the solder fumes out of the window, you'll be okay, Mikey. Oh yeah, that's true. So if you're doing it with the window open and you're ventilating the room, it should be fine if there's like a bit of a breeze. If it's closed air, so I'm in the basement. Dang, I took a shower and came back and the board's still going. So I don't know if you missed it, but the spacebar wasn't working. We tried different switches and that didn't work. And then we tried the tweezer test and the tweezer test did work. So pretty sure we had a faulty socket. At least that's what I'm hoping. Because if it's not a faulty socket, I mean, it has to be a faulty socket, right? So let's just do a quick test and make sure that things are working. All right, already inside the socket looks much better. Okay. Are we in business? Okay. I like to minimize my waste. I make sure that if any solder fume, I know something good is coming. I want to make sure that if any solder fumes escape, I capture them within a second air intake that goes directly into my AC, so it gets recycled for the rest of my household to enjoy. I knew it. Okay. Okay. Moment of truth. Still doesn't work. I'm very confused. Oh my god. Nana had it in one. Oh my god. It was here. It was here. It was here the whole time. Oh my god. Loki, everything's fine. Don't worry. Everything's fine, Loki. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're okay. We're okay. Everything's fine. The poor boy senses my distress, and then he walked up. Okay. Let's... Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's get this thing loaded up in VIA. Let's look at this together. Hold on a second. Let me get the VIA loaded up, and then I'll share my screen. Let's... Guys, I cannot believe it has come to this. Okay, I need to download the VIA file. Mechland, Toro60. I cannot believe. Oh, God. Guys, I cannot believe. Oh my goodness. So, for those that don't know what's happening, because I have not been very clear, it seems like space is here. For whatever reason, the space bar is mapped to my right alt. I don't know why it's mapped to my right alt, but it is mapped to my right alt. What that means... Wait, no, hold on. Then why did the tweezer test work? What was the tweezer test firing on? Nav, can you believe your eyes? 10 million fireflies. I cannot believe my eyes. I don't know what's happening. It's okay, I have to rebuild my 3DS later. It makes you feel better. I have to mess with 500 tiny screws. I don't know if it makes me feel better, but I don't feel worse. Keyboard files. Toro60. All files. That is the wrong file. Okay. Let's download this. Okay. Now I have another problem. The VIA file on Mechland is both... Alright. I need a bit of help to find the JSON file, because the JSON file on the Mechland website is only for solder, not hot swap. I wonder if Toro60 JSON. Maybe it will be on ClickClack's website. Does anyone know where I can find the JSON for the Toro60? Just because the alt is bound to space doesn't mean the space key works, right? It doesn't. Sent on Discord. Thank you very much, EJ. You're the best. Okay. Okie dokie. Download. Over here, Toro60. Save. Back over here. Load it up. Wonderful. Authorized. Hot swap. Connect. Oh my god. That's why it fired on the tweezer test, because it was mapped to right control. So this whole hot swap repair, totally unnecessary. I don't understand at all. And so we have right control, and then we have space, and then we have right alt, and then we have right win. Map it to F. Map it to L, my dude. Map it to L. This is an L. I mean, it's an L with me. I should have known better. Press F to pay respects. This is crazy. Okay, so let's go to space, wherever the heckity heck space is. I don't know, because I've never had to map it. There it is. Right alt, right win, right control. Okay. Great. We're back in business. Does the board have alternate tops? It does. It's available in HHKB and CWin keyless. However, in both cases, it is locked to a 6.25U. So essentially, what's happening is you are going to get these two and this and these two no matter what. It's just a question of whether you have your controls on the left and right. So then it's just pre-configured for the other top on the key map, basically. Because no, I'm not sure though, because it's HHKB, right? So HHKB, everything would be shifted? No, I'm not sure actually. What a wild ride. Okay. Guys, the cleanup that I'm going to have to do after all of this is done. This poor hot swap socket did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Into the bin. Okay, now that I have it apart, we're going to do a quick force break, because even though we did the type test, we kind of figured out that it's a bit wonky. So we'll do our little force break, we'll put it back together, and we'll do that fast. So it's the key alternate positions might be the same in the matrix. Oh, I've done that on... Okay, yeah, maybe. Some people just want to see the world burn, yeah. Okay, we'll do a quick force break. Where do we want to do our force break? We'll do it on the screw mounting points. The screw mounting point should be enough for force break, right? So basically 1, 2, 3, 4 should be enough on force break, I think. I don't think we need to overdo it. But if you guys have any suggestions on force break, let me know. I'm definitely open to it. Let me just show you very quickly so you can see. This is our Toro60. And I'm thinking of doing it right here on the screw points is where I'm thinking of doing the force break. Because if you guys remember, when I was testing it out earlier, I had some ping up here, and I had a little bit of ping over here, so I have a feeling it's coming from the screw mounting points. Wow, Nav is famous. I am known by 4 people, Elquan. My cat, my wife, you, and Aaron. Okay. Okay. Who are you? I don't know. I'm wide enough to count as 4 people. So, Rufus, I can't count you as one of the people that knows me, because the second I say that, you're going to show up at my house the next time someone's cooking, and you're going to demand... I mean, I don't know if you're going to demand. You're just going to walk in and take all my food. Like, that's the legit, that's like... If you live... Honestly, Rufus, I have a feeling if we lived in the same city, you would just straight up after work drive, like literally just drive over and just, like, you'd be one of those people that would just show up and be like, hey, what's for dinner? Oh, burgers? Cool, I'll take 8. And the problem is that I take 8. So that means we're making 16 for the 2 of us and 4 for everyone else. Where did my... This is, I think, my record for the messiest things I've gotten on stream. Are you calling Rufus fat? No. Rufus is not fat. Rufus just eats. Like, I eat. I'm not fat. I eat. Oh my god, if it wasn't... Oh, I'm hungry now. God damn it, Rufus. Why'd you do that to me? I want burgers. We do that in Lebanon. Like, eat a lot. Job's done. Job's done. Time for burgers. I am gonna have burgers tonight. I'm gonna do it. The question is, guys, do you think this, like, tiny little bit of tape is enough for a force break? I'm actually not sure. I'm a little conflicted as to whether this will be enough or not. EJ, Bear, can you... Oh my god, who attacked who? Wait a second. Hold on a second. Wait. Did Elquan the mod... Hold on. Guys, I just want to... This is what just happened. Elquan, who is a mod, attacked EJ for a 60-second timeout for 4,000 points, and then proceeded to immediately time EJ out for 60 seconds. That is peak. That is beautiful. That is hilarious. That is great. The force brake pads. I told you I want them. I want them to know. The funny part is that I think this is the only way. Actually, EJ's been here. He can spam it forever, too. He can refund points. I don't think he can refund his own points, though. I don't think he can do that. I already accepted it. He cannot refund it anymore. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, he could as a mod. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's fine. I would see it in the thing. So, plus, honestly, Elquan is not a... Elquan isn't shady. He's just chaos. Like, he's chaotic neutral? Chaotic good? You think I know how to do that? Yeah, there you go. Okay, guys, real talk. Is this enough for force break? I literally just did... it's hard to see, but I literally just did here, like right up above, up and down on the mounting points. That's all I did. Is that enough? Do we think that's enough? Also, why am I getting targeted today first, then pent, today first pent, then EQ? Lawful evil. Point idea. For 100,000 points, you will drop Baby Shark to 100 points with no limit for 10 minutes. Not a chance. And it would have to be a lot more than 100,000. That's basically 10 minutes of just... blah. Okay, so guys, keyboard friends, please help. Do we need to do more? Is this enough? What do we think? Just on the screw points. I cannot wait for the Baby Shark bit to die. Honestly, I don't think it will die. Aaron, it won't die because of people like you and people like me. The people that hate it will not let it die. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Oh yeah, that... I mean, I know I'm holding it in place, but that's instantly much, much better. Okay. Okay. We are in business. After this whole saga, I'm actually a little bit excited to see how this is going to sound. Like, I want it to sound good. I hope it sounds good. Okay. 500,000 points. I might do it for 500,000. You know what? No, 500,000. I'll do it for 500,000. I'll do it for 500,000. I do more than that, but I was waiting for someone more experienced to chip in. What do you mean, Nana? More than... what? Want to make peace, Elquan? We can call it a truce. You guys are going... there's like war happening in chat. This is what I do for force break. Show me. Oh, those. Yeah, I have plenty of those. I personally like the electrical tape. My concern with those is that it will be a little bit too much. It might create a little bit too much space is my worry with those. Because I think with force break, you want it to be ideally just a bit, like not too much. Honestly, this is much better. Sounds quite a bit better. You can still hear there's still a little bit of resonance, but I think the ping has been mostly removed. So this will be a tip for Clippy when he gets around to doing his, to maybe do a force breaker on the mounting points. Okay, let's go back into business. Yeah, that's better. I'm not sure about the keycaps though. And I think part of the problem that we have now to deal with is the keycaps. Okay. I'm kind of wondering if we sub in a GMK spacebar just to see how the spacebar is going to sound. this again. The fight's going on in chat, and I'm sitting here on the sidelines. Time to raise hell. Honestly, Rufus, I'm surprised that you have not been fighting too. Although you're more of a eater, not a fighter. EQ slandered the G502, and I had to defend my beloved. Also, I used Tamiya tape for force break. I've never heard of that. Let me look that up. Tamiya tape. Oh, masking tape. Okay, yeah. I have that too. I don't know why I've always liked electrical tape. There is war happening in chat. Okay, guys. So, the spacebar works. So now we get to go to the actual type test. If someone wouldn't mind clipping this, I would be very grateful. If not, I will do it later. Let's get to our type test. Okay, so what we have is the Toro60 with an aluminum plate in top mount with PBT fans Atomic Purple, B-Sun Olives, and a resoldered spacebar. Hot swap socket. You know what I mean. Let's give it a shot. I am slightly disappointed by the spacebar. I think I was expecting a little bit more. I think I'm with you, Rufus. I like the alphas. It's interesting. It has a very interesting sound to it. I'm not used to this. That spacebar sounds like bullshit. Yeah, okay, let's try GMK, guys. Sorry, I got a cable stuck. Okay. Where is this? I am not a fan of PBT fan space bars. Yeah, I am not either. The question is, though, is this a PBT fans problem, or is this a Toro60 problem? GMK, that's the new ABS double shot keycap maker, right? I'm looking forward to their upcoming sets like Skidata, Miami Nights, and Charred Orange. I've never heard of Charred Orange. I think this one might be slightly bent. Huh. I'm not sure about this, guys. I'm not sure if GMK did much better, although it did look like the spacebar was slightly warped. Switch is back. Okay, yeah, maybe we try another switch. That's a good point. Okay. Okay. Put on a Ghost Dragon. I do have a... This is a cherry stub. Let's just try that. If it sounds bad with cherry stub, then it's bad. I don't agree. Full travel. Let's try full travel. Full travel might work better. The other thing is that what's the word? Does the warped spacebar being slightly bent, will that impact sound, or is that just look? Ghost Dragons don't. Hector, I don't have Ghost Dragons, unfortunately. So Zaba, this is a Toro60, so it's top mount with alu plate. Let me see if I can pull out. Hold on. What mount and plate? Sounds like it needs MX Black. So I have a brown right here. If the brown doesn't sound good, I can bring out the MX Black. And we'll try that. On the topic of Ghost Dragon, there might be a new one soon. I heard about that. I heard that there's... is it a new one, or is it an update? Because I know Sterling's been working on some new switches, but I don't know what exactly... Alright, guys, I'm going to go get an MX Black. Let's try it. Let's try an MX Black. Okay, so we have, this is spring swapped, but otherwise stock MX Black. Okay, now he hinted at Mega Charizard. Interesting. The new one is called the Ghosted Dragon. Really? Did not hear that. Bent spacebar will affect the movement of the stab. Okay. I can go pull out. I have another spacebar here I can try that'll be probably not bent. But I really want to try to get the PBT fan spacebar, because I think the look on this, I think it'll look great if it's just straight purple all the way through. Okay, that's a bit better. It's a little better. Hey Morden, how you doing, man? We are close to the end of the build. We're trying to get the spacebar on this thing to work. That's not doing it for me. That is not doing it. Is it the NK stab? No. So the NKs are elsewhere. This is the Duroc. It's the Duroc stab. Oh, that's better. I think you need to balance the wire more. Okay. This is better, right? What do we? This is better. Yeah, we did. We force broke it on the screw mounting point. It's just, I'm sure there is a switch combo that will make this thing work. I'm sure. There has to be. I refuse to accept. It's fine, but it's not good enough. Okay, guys, help me out here. What do we think? I'm going to do Keep Dweeb's thing. We're going to use Kel VCPs. I should have them lying around somewhere. I started keeping them around here because he always suggests them. Where the heck are the BCPs? They're somewhere around here. I started keeping them around here because on stream, Keebdweeb would always suggest Kale BCPs and he would always be right. Where the heck did I put the BCPs? Oh. In the oven, maybe. So I think I like the resonance on this. I do like the resonance. It's just the spacebar that I'm not happy with. What is another switch that we can try? It's not quite, I don't know where my BCPs went, so I need to find something else. I need another switch idea, guys. I have, okay, let's try this. All right, I have an idea. Maybe swap to EC. Try change the stab first. So I will try to change the stab. Vic. Poor Vic. What did Vic do? Pocket Nixie. All right, I want to try a Type R. I wonder, because I think Type Rs will actually work out pretty well. By the way, Aaron, I don't know if you're still planning to... Oh, Elquan maybe balance the wire. I balance every wire every time, and Elquan will not let me live it down, because for some reason, Elquan thinks it's a crime. Alright, Type R. I kind of... Okay, what do we think? That's not bad. Huh? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's do it fast. Mikey, come on now, Mikey. That's better. I dig this. All right, Aaron, hop on. We're going to raid you in a minute. I think we're good. I'm happy with this. Guys, that works. Come on. I think that's good. I think this is good. That sounds awful. You don't like it, Keebdweeb? I like this. Honestly, dude? Come on. Really? I kind of dig it. I'm surprised you guys don't like it. I think one of you suggested changing the stabs. I think that's something I need to do. I don't think the stabs are helping. And I don't think BCP will help either, Keebdweeb. I think one problem is the stab, because this is a Duroc stab on the spacebar. I think what I need to do is switch this to something else. However, the switch sound itself, the sound of the Type R, I actually like. And I think it matches the alphas. Because I like to have a little bit of a... No, Mikey, we never got a group buy going on the stabs. We'll need to eventually. Alright, I know some of you aren't happy with this, but for me, I think in terms of switch combo, this is actually working for me. I think I need to switch the stabs out. Whoever suggested that, I think you're right. I think the... Stab will switch. Yeah, I think you're right, Elkwon. I have some knights that it's just, I really wanted to make these freaking the NK stabs work. It's the novel key stabs, so... Try unbalanced cherry wire. I'm not doing unbalanced. Elkwon, part of the joy is is balancing the stabs. It's like part of the fun for me. Alright, guys. This has been fun, and I really appreciate you guys spending time with me today. This was a bit of a weird one, with a lot of mistakes. But I'm really happy with how this looks. Alright, I love it. So thank you so much, guys. Let's give Aaron a raid. Aaron is one of the mods here. He's a dude. Alright, love you guys. Thank you so much for joining.